Get ready, get set, because it's time to go with the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. With your host with the most, the man voted most likely to smoke out with a Yeti, Mr. Brian Brown. Mr. Brian Brown. Now sit back and relax, because it's time to go live across the world. Because it's 420 Somewhere.
What's up? What's happening, guys? It's 420 Somewhere. That is right. I am your host, Brian Brown. And what this is, guys, this is a podcast that we do daily, Monday through Friday. And we count down to 420. And we get into a whole mess of trouble in the meantime. Hey, how you doing? I'm Brian Brown, your host, and we're going to get into this, guys. We get into Movie Mondays. We get into Paranormal Tuesday, like today. We get into Weed Wednesday, tomorrow, guys. True Crime Thursday, and then, of course, Fantastic Friday. I am out and about. I had to go get some more physical therapy done today on the old neck and shoulder. So I had to do it from my car, guys. I'm up in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, Nevada, getting work done. But I had to celebrate 420 with my friends, guys. How's everyone doing? Who joined us for that New Year's brawl, guys? Oh, man. Good times, guys. We are going to do one more giveaway, guys, from the whole New Year's, Christmas. I'm getting with Teresa Deller, probably either tomorrow or Thursday drop off. What needs to be dropped off to her, and then we'll arrange to get everything out to you guys, just so you know what's going on, guys. We're going to do the butt contest, guys. I don't have it with me, but we're going to do the cigarette butts, or the roaches. The roaches. They're in a bag. We talked about it at the Christmas party, but we will be doing that giveaway, and I'm gonna spike it up, guys. I got some autographs I'm gonna get rid of. I'm gonna part with, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a prize pack together, and I'll announce more about that at 7:10 in the morning, and we will announce those winners. Give everyone about a week. We'll do it on the Friday 420 podcast. If you can guess the closest amount of roaches in this bag. Roaches, like, smoking roaches, not like roaches. You will win, guys. You will win something cool, and you will find out tomorrow at 7:10. That's how I get you guys to tune in to 7:10. I got to tease it, tease it, tease it. All right. Speaking of teasing, guys, we got the top 5 epic fails, and they're going to be weather fails, guys. We got all this weather going on, California, Nevada, Arizona, the tri-state back east, everywhere, guys. We got some crazy, crazy, crazy weather going on. And we're going to see how some people handle it right now with the top 5 at 420, guys. Here we go. All right. Boom goes the dynamite. That's right, guys. Top 5 at 420 is brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Save some green on some green. Oh! Oh! All it takes is one. I almost feel like we've seen this before. Oh, shit. We've never seen that before. He did like a 180. Oh, man. Oh, hey, at least he's a good sport about it, right? Oh. All right, number 4, guys. What we got here? Whoa! Got some lightning. Oh, we got to see that one again, guys. We definitely got to see that one again. Boom! Damn! Ooh, I've been lucky enough to never have to deal with a lightning strike in my life. I don't know if I would want to. Oh, shit! Oh, he was trying to slide it. He was trying to hover it. Oh, he's walking it off. Let's watch this. I think he aged about 30 years doing that too. He looked like a young man running in there, and now all of a sudden he looks like he's old as shit when he stands up. All right, number 3, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, was that a fish? Was that a fucking fish? Boom! All right, number 2, guys. Whoa! Oh, he's slow. He's cleaning the Sopranos driveway. What's going on there? Oh, see this again. Oh, look. He's trying with the shovel, too. Oh, shit. All right, guys. Oh. Oh, that's a long slide, too, man. Oh, number 1, guys. The number 1 most epic weather fail. I gotta jump on the trampoline, and she said, hell no. Oh! 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 That's when your parents dare you to do it. You're just crazy enough. You're like 13, 14. You're like, yeah, I'm invincible. And you're like, hell no, that's too cold. And you get a face full of reality. Oh, man. That was your top 5 at 420, guys. Brought to you by the Healing Center. We got some bonus rounds for you. Oh! Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's how it looks in Needles right now. And oh, oh, that was good. That was so good. All right, guys, that was your top 5 at 420, brought to you by the Healing Center. What are you getting into, guys? We got a little bit before 420. Break out those bongs, break out those dab rigs, break out those pipes, break out those edibles, break out those vapes, break out those hash grams, break out with Teddy grams, break out the wine, whatever you need to enjoy 420. Get into it, guys, because we can't wait no longer, because it's 420. Boom. How was your 420? You. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to all the usual suspects out here. Nova Mike, Lonnie, Teresa Deller, Chantel, Anthony, Honey Nut Heroin, everyone who's out here, guys, man. Tay, how you doing? Hopefully work's going good, everyone. Man, Jeremy, how you doing, buddy? I appreciate everyone. Give me the day, guys. A lot of you know, I'll just go ahead and announce. Like, so the instant win prizes, we will make sure you got Jeremy, you got Chantel, you got Tay, you got there was like two other ones on there, guys. So you guys, pretty much everyone who's on here won something. So we'll make sure we get that to you guys. Those big instant win prizes. You know, I'm having fun doing all this, guys. Man, the November to Dismember. Next year is going to be even bigger and better. We're doing something this month. We're gonna do the Haunt autograph. This is the mask and the 8x10 from the movie Haunt. I don't know much about it yet. I'm gonna put everything together tonight, guys, when I get back, and we'll start really pumping that out. And that will be the January giveaway, and a bunch of other stuff too. Don't forget, man, I got that Grail box coming. Who knows what the hell's? Oh, I got anxiety about that. But anyway. Guys. It is Paranormal Tuesday, guys, and we are getting into a good one. We're going to join our friends at Mohave Mysteries again, and we're going to touch in. We're going to kind of get into a few lesser known facts, guys. What do you guys know about giants? Now, my whole life, there was a Bible verse that really stuck with me. And now this is, I want to say Genesis. No, probably wrong. Probably way wrong. This is from the story of Noah. And the verse in particular, and I'm going to ad lib, and I'm going to, like, it isn't going to be verse for verse, guys. It's real quick. It's something they talk about. They talk about the flooding. And when the earth is flooded, Noah has all the animals on the ark, and then the flood dissipates. And all of a sudden, you know, society is going to rebuild. Well, there's a mention of abnormality, abnormalness. I feel like, on Goonies, the mom who always be like, don't contradict, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what I mean, contradict. I think Mikey had that issue too, because I had a cat run in front of me. It wasn't a black cat, so we're good. Giants, guys. So, in the Bible, when it talks about the flood, it also talks about getting rid of elders, giants, things that were unnatural that God wanted to rid the earth of. And that always rung something to me. I'm like, what does it mean, unnatural, giants? giants? Like, what is that? And that's not the exact verse. So they're like, don't, all you Bible people out there, don't be like, bro, it didn't say unnatural. Giants are natural. God damn it. Oh, there's nothing natural about giants, guys. So we're going to get into it, guys. We're going to join our friends at Mohave Mysteries, and we're going to talk about giant bones that they found out in the Mohave Desert. That is right, giant, and maybe Satan's skull. We don't know. But guys, this isn't just the Mojave Desert thing. In Afghanistan, there are when we invaded Afghanistan, there are stories from our own military members that they found giants out there. This is all conspiracy theory, lesser known proof, but man, there's a lot of stories from soldiers who I would trust. I mean, you go to Afghanistan, you're trusting them with our freedom, and they're saying they saw giants in the caves and that, things happen, that we actually transported one. It goes deep, guys, this giant thing, and you look all throughout history, it mentions a lot of stuff about dragons, about giants. I'm one to think dragons were real. Why wouldn't they be? I mean, we had dinosaurs, right? Couldn't someone get a pterodactyl confused with a dinosaur? I mean, a pterodactyl confused with a dragon? So who's to say that we didn't have giants, that we didn't have these men and women that were from a different culture, a different I don't know what you want to call it, a different breeding process than all of us, and they get wiped out. I mean, the earth is old, guys. The earth is so old. Anyway, we're going to get into all this with our friends from Mohave Mystery, but guys, first, it's Paranormal Tuesday. All right. I got the production value and I ain't afraid to use it. That is right. Oh man. All right, guys. So we're gonna join our friends at Mohave Mysteries. Give them a big shout out, guys. I'm gonna tag them in this and make sure they know how much we appreciate all their videos. All right, guys, we're gonna get into it. Giants and Satan's skull in the Mohave Desert. What do you guys know about that?
You're a priest at a little church out in the Mohave. It's your job to dig the graves. So you start digging one, and you hit bones. Big human bones. You just found a giant.
You just found a giant. What?
Since the beginning of time, humans have loved stories about giants. David and Goliath, Jack
Yeah.
and the Beanstalk. So why should out in the Mohave be any different? And what could be behind some of these stories of giants? In the early 1930s, a man flying over the
Not that
desert
long
near
ago,
Plain,
guys. 100 years
California,
ago, 90 years
looked
ago.
down and saw etched on the desert floor below the outlines of a giant man and several animals. The discovery set off a debate that rages to this day. Were the Blythe intaglios, as the etchings were dubbed, the depiction by early Native Americans of a deity, part of a desert
Well, I'd never
religious
heard of
token
this.
mythos,
Wow, this is interesting.
or, as some on the more fringes of things claim, an actual depiction of desert giants? That man has always carved huge figures from myth and legend on the ground is no abstraction. The white horse, long man, and the rude giant from England being a few examples that we know of outside of the U.S. And that Native Americans in the deserts of the Southwest had tales and legends of giants in their midst is also well documented. In Death Valley, tales of huge men abound. From up in Nevada, the Paiute tribe are said to tell the tale of the Sitika, a tribe of red giants who ate men and children.
Oh, wow.
Legends say that the tribe finally cornered them in a cave near Lovelock, Nevada, and piling brush up at the entrance, started a huge fire that killed and suffocated the giants. Numerous artifacts have been recovered from the grave, but somehow the giant bodies allegedly discovered always seem to go missing or have been destroyed. Modern
That's
releases of
convenient.
mummified bodies, some with red hair, and of immense stature, have been located deeper under the cave, still pop up in modern desert folklore.
Wow. I had no idea about that. And, that would be actually something to really dive deep and get into on another Paranormal Tuesday is Native American lore. I mean, if we're talking America, where we're at right now and like ghosts and paranormal. I mean, we're talking old school stuff, guys. Who's better to, and I know the stories get twisted a little bit generation to generation, but man, you take some of those basic foundations that the Native Americans talk about. Like, I had no idea about these giants and that kind of stuff. Red-headed giants. Were they Vikings? There are a lot of proof that Vikings were here way before other man. Were they Vikings? Were they a Viking sect? Who knows? But man, that's actually really cool. All right, let's get into this next part, guys.
Along with the usual addition that they had been sent to the Smithsonian there, held in secret. And in other episodes, I have covered the legends of cities populated by giants being found under Death Valley, which show the tales grow wider and weirder with time. But it might surprise you to learn that in more recent times, many people believe that the bones of giants could still be found out in the remote and not so remote desert. In 1907, this article titled Fine Jawbone of Giant Indians ran in the Mariposa Gazette. It claimed a group of men uncovered a jawbone twice the size of a modern man's, complete with teeth, and to quote the article, obviously from a giant Indian.
Obviously.
Further search of the ground turned up no other remains, and what happened to the jaw is unknown. Going back to 1871, this article reported that a priest digging a grave near Bakersfield uncovered a giant human skeleton 4 feet under the ground. The skull was so big, a man could wear the top.
This is in the last 100
and
years,
the
too,
burial
guys. Let's
also
remember
contained
that.
several flint arrow and spearheads. Once out of the ground, the full skeleton measured 7 feet 4 inches from heel to crown, but upon exposure to the air, soon crumbled away into dust. However, the priest said he still had the flint artifacts, but I could find no more articles about it. Moving up to 1912, this article claimed the finding of another giant skeleton, again measuring 7 feet 4 inches tall and surrounded by numerous Native American artifacts. But it also made the claims that the bones belonged to an ancient race of giant Indians who were known to have inhabited the central and coastal area of Southern California.
Yeah, look at this
about
picture, guys.
years ago, which might just come as a bit of a surprise to modern anthropologists, to say the least.
All right, so there's people, the Undertaker, the Big Show. I'm naming wrestlers. Harley Race, King Kong Bundy, Andre the Giant. I'm just naming right. No, there are people that are over 7 foot tall. So who's to say that there wasn't a race of Native Americans that were started by big people and they were bred big? And I mean, like, who's to say that that wasn't a thing? 7 foot tall, isn't that tall? Maybe back in the day, back in the 1900s, but I mean, still, like, that's not that tall. And who's to say this wild west that we call America didn't have different sects of Native Americans? And like I said, who's to say that one of them weren't Vikings? I mean, so many possibilities, guys. I'm not ruling this one out at all.
Now, most people seem to agree that the average height of a Native American in historical times was between 5'5" and 5'8". So anyone who was 6 feet and over, 7 feet tall, would automatically be considered a giant, a legitimate giant. But what happens when skeletons are found 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet? And even weirder, in 1911, the Los Angeles Herald asked, "Is this the skull of a giant?" before informing readers it was indeed a fake and used as part of an anatomy exhibit. But many
It's a black and white photo. Come on.
thought otherwise. because claims of giants goes way back in this country. In 1869, workers in Cardiff, New York, claimed they dug up the remains of a huge man, now almost petrified and turned to stone under an old barn. Dubbed the Cardiff Giant, the body was said to be
there's a
10 feet
wiener.
tall and complete
We have a
right
wiener.
down to the naughty bits. And of course, people came from all over to see it. The owner planned to even sell it to P.T. Barnum, who in his known fashion also made his own fake of the giant, but when the secret got out, interest in the giant or giants plummeted. And out west, people still claim to be finding giant bones in the desert. The papers of San Francisco trumpeted the finding of a giant human skeleton 8 feet tall in 1903. Its finder, a Captain Critterdom, claimed that it was
Captain
a
Critter.
man. The article claimed
It's a new character, Captain
height
Critter.
had been found not too far away several years earlier. But again, no proof survives. But my all-time favorite giant bone story is definitely this gem from the Los Angeles Herald, titled, "The Devil is Dead, and Here's His Skeleton." A huge, hideous bipedal skeleton was being exhibited out west, and eventually in New York, while being touted as the remains of Satan himself.
Satan?
At first, mystery surrounded the location of the discovery.
Like the Elephant Man.
Many stating it had come from way out in the hot desert, a burning hell that would naturally provide the devil a home. But then the story came out that the thing had actually been exhumed from beneath an ancient temple in Japan, of all places, and then smuggled to America via the West Coast and eventually to New York, where it was examined by experts in such matters and, of course, proclaimed legit. Then, to no one's apparent surprise, it disappeared into the bowels of some grasping museum, and its secret scientists never to be seen again.
Ooh.
Now, the one underlying theme with all these stories is that the specimens always seem to go missing.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Claims them. They're shipped to a lab somewhere out east, and we never hear about it again. Kind of like with recovered UFOs, captured aliens, and anything else paranormal in nature, leaving us with only stories, snippets, little glimpses of cool things that we would love to know more about. And I guess in the end, also with mysteries. I'm ML Behrman. I'll see you next time.
Hey, big shout out to ML Behrman. Awesome as always. Thank you so much for all the work you do and helping us expand our mind. That's right. So what do you guys think? Like I said, these aren't the only stories, guys. In Afghanistan, there's a lot of stories of giants living in caves by our own U.S. soldiers. There's all sorts of different situations that giants could be in. Super crazy. I was unaware of the Mohave Desert. It makes a lot of we really only, God, us Americans really are so self-involved that we don't really a lot of times think about the thousands and thousands of years that America was here before we put our feet down. No, it didn't exist until we got there. Hey, we're going to take your favorite game and we're gonna name it something different, and we're gonna take a game we make up and name it what you call your favorite game. We're gonna call it football, but we're gonna take your football and we're gonna call it soccer, and we're gonna take your metric system and we're gonna create something completely different, because that's what American white men do. Oh, I don't get it, but who's to say that those redheaded giants weren't Vikings, weren't a tribe of, like I said, I mean, 7 foot, 8 foot tall isn't unheard of. And I would say back then, I mean, if your average Native American was under 6 foot, was 5'2" to 5'6", I believe they said something like that. Who's to say a 7 footer wouldn't be a giant? Super interesting. I hope to get a little more Native American folklore and stories involved, guys, and we can kind of mash it up to current paranormal and kind of see like the history of it. I would love to kind of mix with that because, like I said, we got so much history, and I've always noticed that the deeper the richery, the richery, deepest the deeper the rich the history, the richer the haunt, the richer the history behind it, the spirits, the energy, whatever you may think. So who's to say there wasn't a set of giants running around the Mojave Desert? Very well could be. Crazy, crazy, guys. All right, so that was your Paranormal Tuesday for this week, guys. All right. Got to pump that production value up. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce out of here. I'm getting ready to head back from Vegas right now. Going to get this posted for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's got to be 420 somewhere, guys. And we will see you in the morning at 7:10, guys. We got a big announcement for all sorts of giveaways and all sorts of stuff in the morning, guys. So we'll see you at 7:10.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com.
Check out our merchandise and amazing content.
And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.